Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lions Challenge Runs in the Binding of Isaac. Got a very elegant run for you today from YouTube user Greg Le Special, which for whatever reason, you could also say, you know, very Americanized or Canadianized, Greg Le Special, but I like that for whatever reason because it's kind of an absurd name and also it's got a little bit of kind of ill-advised bravado in it. Anyway, this run's called Rollin. As a die-hard Limp Bizkit fan, at least when I was 11, this run appealed to me simply because of the name, but there's also an elegant kind of condition here. Basically, we have the map, the compass, and infinite item power on our D6. Now, when we start a room, let's just pretend we didn't go to that room to the right, because we had to do that to set up Cheat Engine. When we start a floor, I should say, we look and we say, how many rooms is it going to take us to get to the item room? 1, 2, 3, because we're going to count the item room. That means we're going to make our way up here to the item room, and then we are going to re-roll 3 times. Whether we like the first item, the second item, or, you know, don't like the third item, that's what we're going to be stuck with, unless it's a spacebar item, in which case I should say we will have to not take it simply because we won't have the D6 if we do that in the entire run. We'll fall to pieces, you big ding dong. So, I'm not sure this run's going to work out. It is elegant, I appreciate that, and this will be 3 rerolls here. Well, 1 reroll is good. Don't want that either, so 2. And our third reroll is Ipecac. Alright, that has certainly made things interesting. That's definitely the best of the 4 items we saw. We saw 2 items that I considered number 1 and number 2 on my worst items of all time in the Binding of Isaac on that like top 10 list, or bottom 10 list, I guess technically, as the case may be. So I'm pleased that we got Ipecac here. This is going to add a certain level of risk to this run for sure, but it does also allow us to go to the secret room and at least blow up this fortune teller. Cursed Skull is actually more harm than it's worth, so I'm not going to take it. But in any case, shops, as far as I know, beyond the condition that I mentioned earlier, this is basically a vanilla run. Because, there's nothing that necessarily says on paper this is destined to be a good run or a bad run, or a worse run than average or a better run than average. It's all up to randomness to a certain extent. So, with respect to boss items and shops, I feel like I should be able to take items there without worrying about rerolls, if that makes sense. Otherwise, we get into some weird conditions, like, okay, I'm not gonna fucking draw up like a matrix and do some eigenvalues or something and figure out how many items, or what the best starting position is to get like the lowest possible roll count before getting into each room. Maybe we'll just not take, or maybe we just won't use the D6 on boss rooms and item rooms to simplify things. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. How many rooms are we away from our item room? 1, 2, and 3 again. We're not counting our starting room, but we are counting the item room itself. So we'll make our way over there, and hopefully this will work out well for us. Obviously, I kind of hate any run where we get Ipecac, but we don't have anything that allows us to take out enemies that are close to us easily. That causes some serious problems, but hopefully taking out that rock in the center will actually allow us a better chance moving forward. Oh my god. This could actually end up hurting us more than you might expect. Like, if you lose momentum like this early on, lose a couple of spirit hearts, that can be a big detriment. But luckily we made it through there, and I'm also glad that we are seeming to get enough keys to make this run work for us. So I didn't want to hurt myself there. We have lost another spirit heart, but this is unfortunately yet another shitty room from an Ipecac standpoint. There probably would have been a better way to deal with this, but I don't know what it is necessarily. And you know what? Why am I coming through here and potentially wasting a key that could hurt us in the future, when instead I could just blow my way into the secret room like so, pick up enough money to make the shop worthwhile, and then blow my way into the item room like so. So it was the three rooms. There's 1, I would really love that. There's 2, don't want that at all. And 3, which we will pick up, because that's going to give us some extra bombs. Not really worthwhile since we have Ipecac, but, could be worse. I don't know if this makes our Ipecac shots any more powerful. If I had to guess, I'd say that it probably doesn't. Oh, I just wanted to go to the shop. I don't necessarily need to go down here to the mob trap room. And, then we'll be good to go. Again, I have absolutely no idea how this run's going to work out, but, I'm glad that it started with some fairly solid, at least high damage items here, and I did pick up Mom's Purse. That'll allow us to have 2 trinkets, which is more valuable than it might sound, assuming we actually get a trinket drop at some point in the game. That oftentimes does not happen until after, or until we get the Polaroid, which is a damn shame. But we will be able to kill Pin here in maybe 2 hits. Barely 2 hits, actually. And, I guess Cat of Nine Tails will pick that up as well. I'm not going to take any deals with the devil in all likelihood, but I would fight Krampus. Which is very tempting to take Whore of Babylon here, but we will head down to the next floor instead. So, Greg Le Special, I hope I am doing your run justice. Now I guess we'll just count how many rooms it's going to take us to get to the item room. So this is going to be 1, because we have no means of seeing. I should have made it so I can't get Curse of the Darkness or Curse of the Lost, but I actually don't know how to do that in Cheat Engine. Hey, there's a free Eternal Heart for us. We found both secret rooms completely by accident. Let's see what's in our second one here. We'll just blow this up. So this is still 1. This is our 1 room. judging by the map. This is room 2 here. This is 3, and so it's going to be 4 rerolls. I'm lucky I found it as quickly as I did, so let's just back the F away from this guy. So we're going to have 4, if I remember correctly. Again, it doesn't really matter how many numbers there are. If you're going to get bent out of shape about it, my advice would be, don't worry, be happy, man. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, all 3 of those items before the final one would have been preferable to what actually became the final one. But, you know, so be it. Let's just go fight our boss instead, and we'll take whatever item we get there. Obviously, I'm not picking up the shears because, sadly, we can't pick up the shears. I really hope that Rebirth has an item that allows you to carry 2 spacebar items. I have no idea how it would work. It might not be balanced at all. It might be insanely overpowered. But, you know, like a mom's purse for spacebar items would be very interesting. At the very least, you picked up an extra cube of meat and an extra HP upgrade there. And again, we've got the same fucking Curse of Darkness. So this is going to be room 1. Might take us 12 rooms, technically. And I'm just going to try to remember to keep a count every time I enter and exit a room. Oh, come on, I missed that shot. Once these guys get close to me, dodging is going to be much more difficult than it used to be. Maybe I can get this guy on the end here. Oh my god, they keep like switching up their pathing halfway through. There's damage. Cube of meat actually allowed me to kill that guy fairly easily. Just land appropriately. Oh my god. And sometimes it doesn't work because, for whatever reason, there we go. So that's 1, this will be 2. For whatever reason, like bombs exploding on the walls don't always proc and do damage to enemies, which blows my mind. Pun absolutely intended there. Now let's just back it up a little bit here. We've got, oh, are you telling me this guy isn't dead? We need more poison power on our Ipecac shots. That was the nerdiest sentence I think I've ever said. We need more poison power on our Ipecac shots so we can actually manage to kill them just by virtue of the poison damage. So that's going to be 2. Since we've already been to this room, we're not going to count it as another one. But our next room after leaving this one, this will be 3. We still, just eyeless ooze guys, man. So frustrating. I did not think I would be hit there, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that we at least expedited the process. This is going to be 4. This is my kind of room right here. With Ipecac, this room is basically a no-brainer, as these guys are about to be no-brainers once I'm done with them. If I could actually manage to hit them, that would be beautiful, but anyway, it's all good so far. So this is 4. Oh, that didn't do any damage for some reason. Next room will be 5. And we still don't see it. This is another pseudo-easy room. It should have been easier. I actually expected Cube of Meat to kill him in 1 hit, which is why I took damage twice there. This is 6, I believe. Oh, I've created my own monster here. Yes, this is 6. This will be 7. We're gonna get some nightmare here, because we're almost guaranteed to get at least some good items in this, like, at least 9 we're gonna have right now. That's why I fucking hate Curse of Darkness, man. Fucks up so many sweet challenge run ideas. There's probably a way to make Curse of Darkness not appear, but, you know, I'll be fucked if I know what it is. We'll just get out of the way of this neutral fly. So we're on, like, 8 right now. And then once we go in a different direction, I'll start the count up back at 9, which is not going to be left here, but might be left immediately after this room. Yes, I think so. So this will be 9. And it's looking like we might get like 11 or 12 rolls. You know, with only 100 and some items in Isaac, we're probably going to see some really good stuff. So this will be 10, I think. Again, if I've gotten my numbers wrong, I apologize. But again, my advice, don't sweat it too much. Since it's all random, it doesn't necessarily matter all that much. So I'm trying to remember that this is 10 in my head right now. Not necessarily the best items to be fighting Super Envy with, but at the same time, we are clearing out his riffraff pretty quickly. And we might be all but guaranteed to get a attack fly here, or unattack fly if I'm going to actually use proper grammar for the first time in my entire life. Can't be 100% sure. It's actually very difficult to specifically target these guys. Luckily I did, for the first time in like 10 shots, manage to hit somebody there. Now, just keep backing it up. I'm really hoping we get some kind of passive, maybe a passive health upgrade would be ideal. Longer fight than I expected, but I've just got to keep that in my brain. It's like memorizing a phone number. 6060842. No, I'm looking for, this is number 10 right here. Then to the left will be number 11. And still we have not found our item room. But we did find a pill, and the pill is Telepills. Oh my god, it took me to the, it fucked me up! Okay, well let's just re-roll this item 11 times. So Deadbird, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my god. Well, we kind of got screwed on the last one there. Actually, you know what? There are Telepills out of here, I think. Tears up. Okay, I'm taking all of this shit. Don't get me wrong. This could be an amazing I Am Error room. Are these all telepills? No, the white ones are different. Okay. White ones are bad trip. Not that interested in those. We have 2 telepills, and we also have a, friends till the end. Okay, well, we'll telepills out of here. As tempting as it is, I don't even know where the fuck I am anymore. I think, I've got to continue going left here. This has been a long-ass floor, considering, you know, what we've been through so far. And if I just keep going left, I think I will eventually. Have I even fought the... I don't think I've fought the boss on this floor yet, because I was like, oh, let's find the item room first. So in the item room, we'll, you know, roll 11 times again. We still haven't found it. There's our shop, though. This is probably the definition of my nightmare for an Ipecac run, that room right there, but we actually managed to kill all of the enemies at once. So I think this is like a... I'm going to just default to this being 13 rerolls. We well, not accidentally, but we had to reroll Polyphemus earlier, which was... you know, less than ideal. Now, I want to get some more red hearts as well, because I'm actually hurting pretty bad. This will be, actually, it might be 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going 14, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Fuck! I watched a lot of good items go by there, but sadly, we can't take any of them. Check for the secret room, just in case. Maybe there's an opportunity for me to get some hearts or something from, like, a second secret room, if you will. Well, we did find a secret room here. It's Dad's key. You know, I can't re-roll it. I can't justify that, so instead, I think we will just move onwards. Don't walk on the spikes, because that could be the death of you. In fact, this could just be the death of you regardless, because I'm so low on health going into this fight. There's no real way for me to regenerate hearts at this point either, so this could, unfortunately, be an unceremonious end to what has been kind of an up and down run so far, shall we say. All these flies scare the shit out of me. Well, I guess what I want to do is just kind of fall back to the center and just spam the shit out of Gertie. And, you know, I can deal with the flies later. That's probably bad advice. But, oh, here we go. We're doing some crowd control for once. We actually managed to survive. Not a very positive floor there, I would say. But we're down to the next floor regardless, and, you know, any minute that I survive past this point is pretty positive. Okay, now we can see our shortest path would be, I think it's the same either way. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we have 4 rooms to take us to the item room. So we're going to have 4 rerolls. That saves me a little bit of time versus doing, you know, 12 and 14 rerolls. The only reason I rerolled, because a lot of people might say, hey, Northern Line, you said you were only going to do the reroll trick for the item rooms, but then you used it on the telepills room there, the I Am Error room. Well, the reason I did that was because I didn't know if I would be able to teleport out of that room, so I thought that might be our only chance to do it on this floor, but it didn't end up benefiting me that much really anyway. So remember, I don't have to continuously count upwards here. We are just going to reroll 4 times. I do need to be able to hit the boss. I think, like, getting the range upgrades has actually damaged me a little bit. I wonder if I could just leave and then bomb my way back in now. I guess I should pick up the Steam sale. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Is this a way to, like, hack greed to get more than one Steam sale? If so, I don't know how these integrate with each other. That's super strange. I guess I should have killed the leapers before I left. Leap before you leave. I guess that's good advice. Now, just don't let him create too many more. This is going to be a nightmare as well. Well, it's kind of a way to get, like, infinite money, I suppose, but we will take our Steam sale, which actually means that the shop may be worthwhile on this floor, if we can manage to get some extra keys, at least. And, apparently, I'm a big idiot and didn't realize that you can't bomb your way out of that room. So, sadly, we're going to still have to take the long way to get to our boss here. Or, sorry, to get to our item room and our boss, but, largely, you know, first our item room. Got lucky to not take damage there. If I could keep the... I really wanted to make a bridge. This is a tight situation. I really wanted to make a bridge that would have allowed me... Oh, I managed to sneak out there. That would have allowed me to pick up that heart, but it doesn't look like that's going to be in the tarot cards today. Again, there's our item room, of course. Sadly, I can't really do anything about that, but can I get in a position to hit him here? Yes, I can. Extra key means the shop might be worthwhile, but I might wait till the next floor, because I'm a little bit concerned about my overall health at this point. But I really thought that would have completely killed him. It took us 2 shots instead of 3. Or sorry, instead of 1, which is you know, not so bad in the whole scheme of things, I guess. That's another good bit of crowd control in this room. Make sure we kill the nub. The nub is the mind killer. And now just get the fuck out of the way. More red hearts, please. Thank you very much. So we got 4 rerolls here. Oh my god. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Game's trolling the shit out of me right now. I was doing pretty well, actually. I'm gonna save this key, and the reason it might sound like a bit of a bad excuse, but I'm saving this key so I can absolutely go to the item room on the next floor, as opposed to maybe being able to go to the item room on the next floor if I was to use this to go to the shop right now. But yeah, we haven't been able to take an item in a little while. It's disappointing, but we are in the depths part 1. Let's see what kind of boss we're fighting here. Little Gish is a solid upgrade. Actually, well, it's not an upgrade necessarily, but it's a solid pickup because it actually is going to allow us to do some fucking crowd control on enemies that get close to us, which is a real fucking issue so far. The ability to slow enemies also valuable as well. Like, our damage is strong. Like, Ipecac is already, by default, incredibly powerful. Little Gish is awesome to take with us as well. I don't know what our chances of survival are going to be here, but Little Gish increases them. 1, 2, 3. This is a 3-tripper to get over to the item room here. And I have trapped myself in a corner. Unless I could do the world's best dodge to get around, which I could not. I'm not sure if I took damage twice there. I think the brain guys just do 1 full heart by default. Some awesome dude with a big motorcycle just went by. I bet he has a huge dick. Let us, with 19 bombs and no place to use them. We do have Mr. Mega, so I should maybe use them a little bit more often. But certainly I don't feel bad about wasting some to take out Little Chab here. Little Chab? Little Chad. We're going to waste him, and he's going to waste some of our bombs. It's a fair trade, I would say. Yet another key. So with 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, Harlequin Baby again helps us out a little bit. We will make our way to the shop over here, and after that we will probably prioritize... Well, the library actually can't do us any good. But Steam Sale in the shop potentially does. 9 volt doesn't help us at all. The pills, they're tele-pills. Alright, let's take them. That saved us a little bit of backtracking. Beautiful. With 0 keys, obviously we're not that interested in that golden chest, but we might be interested in whatever the secret room has to offer us here. I think we're a little... Oh, wow, that's actually really useful. I was going to say I think we're a little underpowered, and to a certain extent I still think we are. But this is actually an enormous benefit, especially with Ipecac. To allow us to hide out in a position where maybe our own shots won't get us killed is a nice change of pace. That extra key is going to be used 100% on the golden chest, which is going to give us another HP upgrade. Wow, this has been... It didn't start out being amazing, but the floor has taken a very positive turn recently. This should be easy enough to not take any damage at all on... Oh, that guy didn't die? How did that happen? Did the shot not hit him or something? I don't understand. Flying plus Ipecac is a potent combo. It's not like Epic Fetus, where it means we're basically guaranteed a victory, but it's a damn good start. I hate blue spikes. They are the worst. This pill could be anything. It could even be absolutely nothing, as it was. So we'll just finish off this room, and our fight against Mom, you know, getting flying doesn't necessarily make our Mom fight any easier, but, you know, it might help us out a little bit in the long run. Especially map and compass on later floors is pretty valuable. So if we could just manage to land some Ipecac shots, like our range is good enough that it's actually going to be a real problem for us to hit Mom's foot. We're going to instead probably try to focus on the, you know, the walls and the other various bodily structures that come out. And that's fine. It's actually going to be difficult for us to even hit any of the enemies that are spawned. Instead, I'm just going to kind of try to predict where the eye's going to open up, basically, and drop some bombs there. It's going fairly well for us so far, actually. You know, initially pretty skeptical that this was going to work out for us in any way, shape, or form, but we're about to beat this, and I have taken a little bit of damage, but it could be worse for sure. Alright, so with that we will get an HP upgrade. That is not a Tears upgrade, I always forget which one that is. We have Mom's Purse, but sadly that is our first trinket, as mentioned earlier. And now it's down to the next floor, and you know what, now we'll do, just so that this run still has some relevance, we'll do, you know, the number of rooms it takes us to get to the boss room. That'll be the number of times we re-roll the boss item, just so that there's still something for Greg Le Special to enjoy. So, wow. This is 2 boss rooms. So we'll do 1, like if we go immediately downwards, assuming we don't fight Greed, we should be able to bomb our way out. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Well, I'm gonna fight him anyway, because well, actually, I guess I shouldn't, because I can't reroll, but we're already halfway through this, so it kind of feels like I should. I don't know, man. I don't think we can bomb our way out of here, but if we could, I would be a very happy camper. Are you kidding me that didn't land? I need actually shorter range on Ipecac. My range is too high. That extra key could be valuable for us, actually. So let me just see if I can bomb my way out. No. Okay, so it's actually going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 rerolls, if I counted correctly. The good news, of course, is that we will be only doing one floor here to get double the bosses. That Spirit Heart helps too. So remember, first boss 11, second boss 12. That's going to be some heartbreak, I guarantee it, as we watch a lot of good items go by. I want to dodge close enough to this guy that the cube of meat could actually kill him. You know, if there's one thing I've gotten better at in Isaac recently, and there might not be one thing I've gotten better at in Isaac recently, but if there is, it's definitely, like, offensively using orbitals, and it's something that it's not a necessary skill to beat the game, but it is a valuable skill to beat the game, given some of the more common items like Cube of Meat, for example, or Sacrificial Dagger. It makes a big difference. We got another Spirit Heart there. For not picking up the Miter, we are getting a pretty decent amount of Spirit Hearts regardless. Gotta remember, keep a mental check. We're dealing with 11 and 12 for our rerolls. Almost hit myself there again. Just practice here by letting Cube of Meat tear up our doppelganger, and we'll move onwards. I don't think we're gonna die on this floor. We could reasonably die on the Cathedral, but actually, you know, Ipecack's a really good Cathedral item to have, because Isaac only shoots, or he shoots more often depending on how much you shoot at him. It's like a, you know, mutually assured destruction type deal, I suppose. And, you know, with us not shooting all that often, but doing a lot of damage with our shots, that's pretty valuable in the long run. So, still, so far so good. We haven't really run into a whole lot of trouble here so far. I find it hard to believe it's going to be like 11 and 12 rooms. Did I miscount? Or maybe I'm just doing a lot better than I initially anticipated. I can't hit these guys, though, so, you know, that's an issue. It'd be a little risky to start trying to, you know, hit these guys with the orbitals. They know what's up. Just rush you down. There we go, and like so. Up, like so. Like so. There we go. Another red heart. That actually takes us back to full health, which is exciting. We didn't even need to blow this up, but maybe it would have been for the best because it was just full of spiders anyway. Full of spiders is probably like the worst adjective combination you could ever have. Full of bad thing. I don't actually have a problem with spiders for the most part, but I know a lot of people do. I respect it. You know, a lot of people make fun of phobias. How could you be scared of that spider won't hurt you? Phobias aren't logical, motherfucker. I'm scared of jellyfish. I live in Vancouver now, but I used to live in, like, central Ontario, which is, like, the anti-jellyfish capital of the world next to some fucking, like, landlocked country. Uzbekistan or something. I believe it's landlocked. It might be Kazakhstan. I've lost my Spirit Hearts already. Apologies to the Uzbeks and Kazakhs watching out there, who might think I am a total ding-dong now. It's okay. Why are these, scythes so strong? Now, if we can just kind of stay over here, I don't believe that I can even take damage, except from these assholes that are now flying towards me at a very rapid pace. I don't know what killed him there. It's alright, we're okay. The avatar is dead. There we go. Now we just gotta kill the horse somehow, which maybe like that. Yeah, that actually worked out surprisingly well. Friends till the end, good pickup. And then we re-roll this 11 times, which I believe, you know. 1, oh, I thought it was just gonna give us a cube of meat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. Well, you know what? That's probably better than a range upgrade, because a range upgrade would almost be a downgrade at this point, but Pageant Boy is still not really what I was looking for, considering we saw, like, the pentagram go by, and many other items that would have been actually beneficial to me on my quest to beat the game here. Just actually land a shot. There we go. Now, Ipecack versus Mom's Heart should be easy enough for us to deal with here. It's a good matchup for us, no question about it. Unfortunately, again, our range is kind of strong enough that our range is too strong, so my shots land too far away to really do effective crowd control. It's incredibly disappointing that range actually ends up being a negative thing here. I should have skipped over some of the range upgrades from bosses, I suppose, but you don't think about that, you know. Maybe if I shoot diagonally, it'll take some of the fucking, like, hypotenuse off of it, and it'll make it easier, but as is, this is gonna be a surprisingly difficult fight. Reminds me of that mom fight where I had to come up with a novel strategy to win. I don't exactly remember what we had on that run, but I'm pretty sure I just had to run into her. I had, like, Sacrificial Dagger or something in Ipecack. Made things very difficult for me. Luckily, you know, we are getting close to the end here. I haven't taken very much damage against Mom's Heart, really, so I can't complain too much. But we're gonna head up to the Cathedral. You know, we don't have any items on the Cathedral at this point, so we're not going to be able to use our reroll trick unless we get something in the shop, I guess. Oh, you know what? We didn't get any item from Mom, so I didn't have to think about, you know, rerolling 12 times like I'd originally mentioned. It's an interesting situation we find ourselves in here. Again, it's really shitty that our range is as high as it is, because that's going to make it very difficult to beat Isaac, because we're going to have to aim in a very particular way, which is going to cause dodging to become much more labored. I don't know. It's gonna be weird. I don't necessarily like our chances, mostly because I have to employ such a novel dodging strategy. But, you know, maybe novel dodging strategy will become the catchphrase here because we're gonna win. I don't know. It looks like the diagonal dodge is what's gonna save us here. Or a diagonal shot, because that takes a little bit of the length out of the shot. I don't know, though. We might just be completely unable to hit the enemy. So, let's just make our way through here. This might be a good opportunity to use a single bomb, like so, and start off a chain reaction, which actually makes things way easier. That's the other thing. We do have 25, you know, normal bombs, for lack of a better word. Gertie Jr. is probably fucking nightmare fuel in terms of, like, enemies that we can fight right now, simply because, you know, he moves really quickly, and that makes it difficult to position our shots effectively. But as long as he's far away, we're in an okay position. 1 or 2 more hits should be enough, actually. If I could actually manage to do it, that was bad damage to take there towards the end. Not as bad as that was, though. Fuck, we are almost certainly screwed here. Unless this pill is full health, it's tears up. Doesn't really benefit us at all. Let's see if we can do it. I doubt it, but, again, stranger things have happened. We can hit him. That is it gives us at least a chance. Although 2 more hits will kill me. And unfortunately, I'm kind of trapped in the corner here, which is a bad position to be in if you want to dodge. Although I have heard people saying, like, just get in the corner and Isaac won't be able to hit you. Clearly, I kind of feel that is bullshit. Let's drop another bomb in there. We might be able to get him down to phase 2 at least. But victory, I think, in this one. This is going to be like 3 in a row where we died on Isaac. That's frustrating, but at the same time, I'm not sure what I could have done. As always, thank you to Greg Special for that challenge run suggestion. It was a lot of fun in spite of my, in the end, failure. My ultimate failure, I guess I should say. Ultimate failure, the Northern Lion series and the Binding of Isaac. But in any case, again, continue suggesting your own challenge runs. I will do the ones I deem most absurd, entertaining, appropriate, elegant, etc., etc. Any other kind of modifier you can think of to put to that. As always, thanks for your support on the Isaac series. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.